So there's Kyle Hamilton, but are there really any safeties worth watching this season in college football? You bet your sweet cheeks there is. And I'm going to give you my top safety prospects to look out for the 2022 NFL draft class. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know so, and I kind of spoiled it. We all know number one's Kyle Hamilton, but I got 20 guys currently that I feel good about my evaluations for. Obviously, I'm going to do a lot more over the course of this summer. You're going to see stars next to the guys that I think are absolutely first-round prospects. So let's just go ahead. Let's talk Kyle Hamilton because he's kind of a stud. The dude is built different. 6'4", 221. His explosiveness is just freaky for his size. He can cover a lot of ground. I'm telling you, coverage is important. I know a lot of people say safety position is devalued. It doesn't get drafted highly. He's a guy that we will see get drafted highly. You can bet your sweet cheeks on it. Bam. I said that twice. I'm gonna say it one more time before the end of this video. But the dude is really that good. Top 10, top 15. He has 5 interceptions, 11 pass breakups over the course of the last 2 seasons. And during that stretch, he's only allowed 3 plays for 15 plus yards. Insane when it comes to coverage. And the best part about him, because he's got the size to hold up and run against the run, but it wasn't there his freshman year. He tremendously improved in 2020 against the run. Still kind of a work in progress as a tackler, but again, I don't care. What do you do for me in coverage? Everything? Everything? Sign me up. Brandon Joseph is a guy that caught my eye when I was looking at Greg Newsome this past year. He played all over the field for Northwestern. Last year, he was a redshirt freshman, so he's only going to be a redshirt sophomore heading into this season. 6'1", 192, literally played all over the place. He had 188 snaps at deep, 270 in the box, 157 of them in the slot, 6 interceptions, while only allowing 1 play for 15-plus yards in 2020. He had a ridiculously low catch rate when targeted, only allowing 33% of those catches to be caught, a 2.8 passer rating when targeted. This guy can do a lot. It's going to be interesting to see how, if there's going to be any regression, just because they're losing a lot of talent on that defense with Brown, Patty Fisher, and Newsome obviously going, so it'll be interesting to see. And I disrupt your viewing experience to tell you to become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. And if you want some more football discourse, then have at it in the comment section below. Enjoy your video. Creepy, I know. And then Jordan Battle. Ooh, he's fringe first round for me. I'm not going to lie, man. He plays kind of that star role at Alabama. Kind of flips between slot and deep. But his best play comes when playing deep. I'm telling you, man. His best outing of the year was against Ohio State, man. He was shut down. Much like Hamilton, he's only allowed 3 plays for 15-plus yards, but that was just this year compared to Hamilton. That was over the course of 2 seasons. Still needs to improve as a run defender, and you could really tell probably his worst game, I guess, in terms of being a run defender, came against Kentucky, a very run-heavy offense. And he just got kind of smacked. He cleaned it up a bit here and there, but, I mean, if we're nitpicking, 6'1", 210, I don't care. What can he do for me in coverage? Everything? Everything. That's what I care about. Now, let's get to Bubba Boulder, because I know a lot of people consider him a first-round pick. I don't blame you if you do. He's got ideal size. He's got an ideal athletic ability. His athletic profile is great, 6'3", 200 pounds. Just the dude needs to step up. Let's be honest. He needs to step up in 2021. His play and his production need to see a significant step up, man. His best games came against lesser competition. When he faced better competition, it just didn't look good. He had a missed tackle rate of 18%. He was a non-factor in coverage. Didn't really make plays on the ball. It's there. The traits are there. Show me you're a stud. Show me you're a star. Or are you like a Caden Stearns, a guy that has this ability, has this upside, just will never put it together? That's what I need to know. And then Taiki Smith, man, he actually is a grad transfer from West Virginia, so this is his first year at Georgia in the SEC. He's easily probably going to be the best slot corner in this class, but he's not only a slot corner. He can play in the box. It's just a majority of his snaps did come in the slot. He only has about, I say only, it's still a significant amount of snaps, 311 snaps in the box. He only allowed, and this is over the course of 2 starting seasons at West Virginia, 50 receptions for 419 yards, 3 touchdowns, making 4 interceptions, 9 pass breakups. Win target, like, dude is great, man. Very physical player. He will pop it in the backfield, man. Don't you be throwing screens his way. Is that a screen play? All right, hold my beer real quick. I'm gonna go blow it up. He's the mad bomber. I'm gonna blow it up. That's what he is, man. He's got great instincts. His reaction skills around the line of scrimmage, just like the cognition, I guess you would say. He's just quick, man, like a switch. Let's get into the rest of the guys here. In Kobe, Harvell, Peel out of Oklahoma State. I'm actually extremely high on him. I would say his playing style is very similar to that of a Bob Sanders. That's just me. I think ideally he's a too high guy. Because last year, man, it was a down year for him. I expect him to bounce back, though, because the previous 2 seasons, he was great. He was money. I mean, this dude, he loves the big hit. Unfortunately, sometimes the big hit means you're not wrapping up. And he's got great size, 6 foot, 215, but his missed tackle rate's close to 20%, so that's kind of scary. But what can you do for me in coverage? Well, he meets receivers at the catch point. Over 2 seasons, he has 7 interceptions, 13 pass breakups. Throw a forced fumble in there because, like I said, he likes to lay the hit stick. Just sometimes guys pop off of him. But I expect a big bounce back year from him, and we'll get to his teammate in a second. But that is actually a pretty darn good secondary they have there at Oklahoma State. Jalen Catalon out of Arkansas was a guy I picked up kind of late. He's gonna be one of my sleepers, straight up. I think he could actually. He's like purely a free safety, kind of, sorta. I mean, he's not bad against the run, but I'd rather you back there playing in coverage, my friend. He dominated high octane offenses in the SEC all year, like LSU, like Florida, like Ole Miss. And guess what? In each of those games, he played 80 or more snaps. The dude is the little engine that could just keep on. That's who he is. 5 pass breakups, 3 interceptions last year. A lot of people may point, hey, he allowed 5 touchdowns. What's up with that? They were all in the red zone. All in the red zone. Like I said, this guy covers ground. It's just in the red zone, man. Teams are good at scheming, getting good mismatches, and that kind of was the case there. He had a couple against tight ends. Is what it is. But I will say those first 4 touchdowns came in the first 4 games. After that, he was darn near clean, man. Clean. But, yeah, I'm telling you, he's a sleeper, man. I like this kid a lot. And then Jaquan Brisker is probably my top box safety only prospect in this class. He's a former JUCO transfer. He picked Penn State over Alabama. So, hey, there's a pedigree there. Alabama coming after you? Who? Bama? Nick Saban? This guy's serious. I'm just going to say that. Like I said, one of the best box safety only guys. Only a missed tackle rate of 1.7. Utterly ridiculous, dude. This guy is going to stuff the run for days, and he just eats routes underneath, man. He just eats them. Honestly, probably could have been an early day 3 guy. if he decided to come out in this past class. He decided to return, and here we are. Now, Trey Sterling at Oklahoma State. This is the guy playing next to Harvell Peel there. And I wouldn't say he's another box safety only type of prospect. And I wouldn't say he's too far behind Brisker. He does have some slot potential. He has almost 400 snaps, career snaps in the slot, but majority of his snaps came at box safety. 563 of them. He's played deep too, but I think I'd rather him play the box or the slot role. But 3 interceptions, 11 pass breakups over that course of that time. Very physical, great understanding of just route concepts and tendencies, man. He picks up on tendencies quick, and if you're not careful, you keep running the same crap on this cat, he's going to be like, I'm going to take that one to the house. Thank you very much. Bet your sweet cheeks I'm taking it to the house. Sweet cheeks, man. So, Kentucky, man, right? Got our boy Yusuf? Man, I'm going to get these names down by the time draft rolls around. Corker at Kentucky. Another guy that just flies around the field. He's probably going to be a deep guy. Didn't make a lot of big plays in coverage, however, but he was more often a deterrent, if that makes sense. He's not the guy it's not like he wasn't making plays in coverage. It was more so, don't think about throwing my way. They didn't. That's the guy it was, man. He just flew all over the field. But unlike a guy like who I talked about earlier, Jalen Catalan, some of Corker's worst games were against Ole Miss, were against Bama. He did get exposed in those games, but to be fair, he followed up that Bama game by literally shutting down Florida deep, at least on his side of the field. So this guy is no joke in his own right, man. Just keep an eye on him. I actually feel really good about this safety class. And then moving on to Nolan Turner. And now you're going to see, actually, Nolan Turner and Marcus Hooker. Probably got a lot of people having them in their top 10. I ain't there yet. Nolan Turner, man, he split snaps between the box and deep basically throughout his career. He's been very consistent for the most part, but the last time we saw him, he was being bent over by Ohio State. So, again, if he puts on a good year, man, I feel like maybe part of me was at recency bias. And he is a guy that you just see in everyone's top 10. So, again, at the end, when we do revisit these rankings right before the season, when I do a little bit more film study, this could change. Marcus Hooker, I'm going to be straight up with y'all. The sample size is too small. He only has 367 career snaps. Let me see more because what I saw last year wasn't that good. And then Braylon Trohen. I'll get that name by the time the draft comes. So another guy, potential sleeper, man. He was at his best when playing deep. Let this man freelance because he makes things happen, man. Very good understanding of routes, route concepts and such. He allowed 0 touchdowns with 3 interceptions, 6 pass breakups when playing deep. Did struggle against the run, but kind of is what it is. I'm pretty high. There's a couple of guys I got as sleepers. We'll talk about in a little bit, but he's definitely one of them. I really like how this guy moves, man. I think he's got some pretty good movement skills. Smoke Monday, honestly, be a top 5 in this class just based on name alone. Name alone. But he was kind of a roller coaster, much like, or I would say unlike, what was it, Jamie and Sherwood. So I think Smoke Monday, honestly, because they relied a lot on him playing deep, but he literally played all over the field. He's got some seriously good athletic traits, and he's 6'2". He's approaching 200 pounds. Best game came when playing deep. Granted, it was against Tennessee, but it was still a good game. But Smoke Monday, man, if anything, if it's not a name to watch, it's at least a name to say, because that's a hell of a name. Damani Richardson at Texas A&M. Not the last guy at Texas A&M on this list. They got some prospects in this class, straight up. I would definitely say he looked better than he did the year prior, but he got blown up by teams like Bama, like teams like Florida that had just amazing passing offenses. But again, I like the consistency, and another year of that, I think, kind of ensures he could be a mid-round draft pick. And then here's the other sleeper I'm talking about, Keith Gallman. If you hang with our streams, come out and check out our streams, man. Right now we're playing some college football revamped. I'm playing with UTSA, and we took on South Alabama, and I was talking a little bit about Gallman because I just went over him for this video. He's very compact, 5'9", 205 pounds. Like if he throws on another like 15, he could probably play running back. But he was the highest graded safety by PFF when lined up deep. Just saying, kind of good. He was very solid against the run. He's very stout, and that's why I kind of bring into his size, man. He's compact. He doesn't get pushback. He gets good leverage. He could see an even bigger step forward. Indiana's former defensive coordinator, who did a heck of a job with Indiana's defense last year, will be the coach there now at Southern Alabama. So let's see it, man. Reed Blankenship, man. He is, I think, technically a 6-year senior at this point. Could be 5th year. I could be wrong about that, but he was a guy I was a bit higher on last year, and then just the injury, man, really derailed him. He's got injury red flags, and is like after the ankle injury in 2019, 2020 was just not a great year for him. He didn't look good, but he did make it on Bruce Feldman's freaks list just for his movement skills. This guy, he covers a lot of field quick, but yeah, man, I just got to see better play from him. Greg Eisworth, again, I'll get this down by the time of the draft. He's a solid, I'm just going to say it, he's a solid slot guy. I don't really see much more than that. We saw a guy like Thomas Graham, who I was pretty high on, go in the 6th round. That's currently where I kind of expect our boy Greg here to go. Just a solid slot guy. They're kind of a dime a dozen nowadays. And then, was that Marcelino Ball? Dude is box safety only, straight up. He was a 7th rounder if he decided to come out last year. I'm going to keep him in that area. He's a super senior, so 6-year senior, so not much to say there. Not a lot of movement skills. And then Leon O'Neal out of Texas A&M, 2-year starter whose play has just kind of been all over the place. I'm trying to think back if it was him or if it was that corner. I think it was him that badmouthed Caden Stearns before the Texas game. Bad idea. And this was a couple years ago, though. But yeah, that's my safety list, which means that's it for the video. Obviously, I'm going to add guys to this list as the season creeps closer and as the season goes on. So hang with me. Just hang with me, man. I'm lonely. Hang with me. But thanks for all the support. As obviously, words are escaping me. I'm not redoing this, man. This is the end of the video. Anyway, till next time, my friends. I can't even get the outro right. Until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later. That's the outro. I nailed it. Oh gosh.